Hello and welcome back. Today we will be discussing the authorship of the Gospels. This is a series I'm doing where I just play the Binding of Isaac and talk about stuff, so I hope you enjoy. Alright, and... beat Satan as... Judas. Jasus. Judas. There we go. That is the goal for today, since I haven't done it yet. If you're wondering, I'm not trying to get all the completion marks for all the characters just yet. I have a list of ones that I want to hit up, but I'm also trying to avoid characters that are either too difficult to guarantee an easy win for right now, or don't have all their starting equipment unlocked, in which case the character is harder than sort of intended to be. So I'm going with Judas, a nice safe choice, aside from his health. Let's get into it. So, the Gospels. If you aren't Christian, you've probably heard of them. You've probably at least heard of gospel as a term, which means the good news. And the Gospels, as part of the Christian New Testament, are a collection of 4 books that largely describe the life and teachings of Jesus. Now, there's a... Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's quick. So, my goal today is, again, not to talk about the Gospels themselves, but just focus on their authorship. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use it in here. And I'm glad I did. Now let's go get that Book of Belial back. Okay, so there are 4 Gospels in the New Testament: Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And just for the sake of order, I guess, I'll go in that same order as they typically appear in the New Testament. So to start off with, who is Matthew? Matthew is not a box of spiders. Believe it or not. I would like that, but I don't need to worry about time at all on this playthrough. That's very nice, in this particular run. So, Matthew. The Gospel of Matthew itself is, of course, the first that appears in the New Testament, and a brief introduction to the Gospel of Matthew is that it is largely an argument from a Jewish perspective as to Jesus' authority in his fulfillment of the law and such. So it contains a lot of references to the Old Testament. That was scary. Now, in the Gospel of Matthew, Matthew is said to be a tax collector and one of the disciples of Jesus. And that is the tradition that the Catholic Church has held onto for millennia. But how likely is that? I mean, the Gospel itself, I don't actually recall if the Gospel mentions who it was written by. Some of the Gospels are anonymous, but the Gospel of Matthew itself was likely written in Greek by someone who was, well, familiar with writing in Greek. And again, because of the references to the Old Testament, it is also likely written by someone that was familiar with Jewish customs and laws. And I will take Mongo Baby, please. MongoDB, baby. Am I right? Can I get a bomb? So, how likely is it that a Jewish tax collector could speak and write, moreover, perfect Greek? Not very. In fact, that's a common theme for most of the gospel authors. But let's see. The Gospel of Matthew. Uh-oh. Okay, don't mess this up. I really needed that soul heart. Well, thanks for the penny. Okay. Actually, I could go into the boss rush, the boss challenge room, not the boss rush. Different word. Now, the Gospel of Matthew itself is first quoted as early as 110 CE by the Bishop Ignatius of Antioch. So it's believed that Matthew was written in or near the city of Antioch, which is also where the term Christian comes from, by the way. Yeah, let's go look in that boss challenge arena. Only because I want to see if I can get some health or a bomb. That is both, actually. Wow. But I don't think I'll use my Book of Belial. So, altogether, for the Gospel of Matthew, we can reasonably conclude that Matthew was written by a Greek-speaking Jewish scribe, possibly in or near Antioch. Not likely to be the Matthew from the story, but that's okay. Oh, almost passed that up. Because I just defaulted to not thinking I had bombs again. And I guess am I gonna be greedy? No, I'm too slow. I don't want to take up too much time doing this. To be honest. I don't want to take up too much of your time walking back and forth like this. So I'll just stick with that. Let's see. Secret room, secret room. Oh, right, it can't be there, so let's try here. No? Okay. Great. Time to donate. Again, I don't believe the Gospel of Matthew itself actually says that it was written by Matthew. I could be wrong about that. Which means, you know, even though it is tradition, especially Catholic tradition, and I'm not sure about Orthodox tradition, but definitely Catholic, that it was written by the Matthew the tax collector, you know, it's okay if it's not. Doesn't change the content, really. That's actually kind of tempting. Next up, we have Mark. And Mark is probably the most sound author. And sorry, that's a poor way of putting it. Out of the four Gospels, the authorship of Mark is probably the one that's best known and best understood. Although there is certainly still room for debate. Ah! I knew it would happen. Oh, well, I'm glad I went this way. Don't you dare do it. Okay, thank you. Camo undies. Yeah, that's okay. There's the speed I need. I really like what they did to this item. Oh, Bozo, thank you for destroying it, even though I couldn't really use it yet. So, who was Mark? Traditionally, the authorship of Mark is tied to John Mark, the character that appears in the Book of Acts, specifically Acts 12:12 and 15:37. This is the individual who causes Paul and Barnabas to go separate ways because John Mark deserted them, and Paul didn't really feel like giving him a second chance, kind of, sort of. Caused a lot of drama. But how correct is that authorship? Well, that tradition, maybe not so much. But that's not the only tradition about the author of Mark. So, the name Mark is pretty common in the ancient world. That's fine. And yes, I will do this. Ooh, very nice. And there are a number of marks listed in the New Testament, specifically in a lot of the epistles, just as a name that shows up. But there is one tradition of Mark that actually holds a decent amount of water. Oh, and I don't think I even introduced the Gospel itself properly. The Gospel of Mark, of course, the second of the Gospels, is the shortest and contains some of the strangest details. It is believed by a lot of modern scholars that the Gospel of Mark was written first, and that the other Gospels used Mark as a source when they compiled theirs. I don't want to lose my half-soul heart. Please die. Please. Come on. Oh, no. Well, I got health. That's cool. Okay, so according to Appius, who is a 1st century bishop, in a quotation by Eusebius, who is a bishop from the 3rd century, who is somewhat of a Christian historian. Oh, is this the first time we've gotten the, what's it called? Flooded caves. I guess so. Oh! It's the regular secret room. That I was not expecting. So according to Appius, Mark himself was the personal interpreter of Peter. And that is a double heart. Very nice. So Peter, the disciple, the apostle Peter, major figure in the New Testament. Again, this tradition goes that Mark was possibly Peter's interpreter. So again, another common argument against the traditional authorships of the Gospels is that they were written in pretty good Greek, which is problematic when the people you're talking about are Jewish peasants, for the most part. Paul, on the other hand, by comparison, absolutely spoke Greek, but probably didn't write it. Oh, no. There. It is, I forget which letters of Paul, but there's some suggestions in there that he's using a person to translate for him, that he's dictating his letters and they're being written down by someone, which is a fairly common practice in the ancient world. Yeah, I guess you. No. Darn it. Oh, I messed that up. Whoa. And that's why the secret room was there. That destroyed him? What? How? What? Huh? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And then... Did I get spider in a box as the first item? Just trying to recall. Oh boy. No! That was mine! Yeah, I'll continue to donate. Because it's the right thing to do. And I'm getting close to the end there. One of these days. So, all in all, the Gospel of Mark, possibly, although not guaranteed to be written by the translator of Peter, but it's a not unreasonable story. Punch. Now, I'm probably getting an angel room from this, so I'm just gonna save my damage boost for that, if possible. Because this guy is kind of a weenie. Yeah. I didn't? Oh. That upsets me. It upsets me enough that I'm gonna take these pennies. So I personally really like that authorship, again, being Peter's scribe, basically. And again, although not all historians agree with that, some do. It's not unreasonable. And sure, I'll take this to quickly... Yeah, there we go. Then give me back my matchstick. No. Hey, I really... I expected to kill him sooner. Alright, the third gospel is the Gospel of Luke. Now, it is fairly well known that the author of Luke is the same as the author of Acts. They are part of a collected work, sometimes referred to as Luke Acts. Really? Why was there a secret room there? Huh. I'm just kind of surprised by that, that's all. Now, the name Luke doesn't really show up at all in the gospel. No thanks. Interesting. I'll consider coming back for that. So again, the Gospel of Luke is unattributed. It doesn't list the author. The author doesn't list himself. Instead, what we do get about the authorship is that it was really just dedicated to someone named Theophilus, if they were a person themselves and not just a pseudonym for someone who is Christian, which might be the case, but Theophilus also was a name in the ancient world. So it's not so clear to say. Luke gives off the impression that he is somewhat of a historian, although historians didn't really exist yet, but he is also sometimes referred to as like an ancient investigative journalist, which I'm kind of... He doesn't do a great job of it, but he's okay, I guess, since he claims to be compiling stories about Jesus and the Acts of the Apostles, hence the Book of Acts. And again, he's doing this for the sake of someone named Theophilus. Presumably. They can still see me. Yo! Bookworm. Okay, that's great. Ooh. So I actually have pretty decent damage already. I might stick with this. That was very close. Yeah, especially with Bookworm now, I have good damage, so I'm not too worried. Whoa! What are you doing? Why are you firing if you can't see me? I didn't realize they did that. Huh. Uh-oh. And then he shoots. Yeah. Yeah, I know your ways. Uh-oh. Okay. There we go. Nope. Okay, well, I got him eventually. Safety pin, huh? Ooh. Well, I only have 2 bombs, so I might have to forego destroying that one in the middle. Unfortunately. Don't hit me. Okay, time to use it, and I'll just tank these hits. I'll just stay inside of him, and I should be okay. Yeah, there we go. Completed key. Alright, so, again, why is Luke called Luke? Who attributed it to him? Where does the name even come from? Whoa. Sure. No. Wow. Wait, I could just... Yeah. Wow, this was a terrible room. I'm impressed, in a way. So again, it is attributed to a guy named Luke, who is mentioned by Paul a few times, and is mainly the reason why this is attributed to Luke is because of the Book of Acts, in which... Hold on. Not again. Nope, no, I do not need to beat the beast as Judas. Just had to check. That would have been pretty funny. What is going on? Why so many books? I think I'll keep the Book of Shadows, though. It's kind of better. So, in the Book of Acts, which is, again, in reference to the Acts of the Apostles and the early church, there is a character, a physician. I was gonna feel so good about donating all this money. Sure, I'll take that. Can I get a soul heart? No, soul heart. Actually, charged baby isn't bad. The red candle. Oh, wait, no. I already have an active item I want to keep. Let's blow it up. That would be nice to have. So, in the Book of Acts, there's a very interesting thing that happens around chapter 16 and onwards, and that's that the author switches from a third-person perspective to a first-person perspective, and that is right around the time when Luke, the physician, joins the squad. And so, because of that, is often attributed that Luke is the author. However, that's not necessarily what's going on or why. Ooh, yeah, I could do with killing him. Just a little bit. As a treat. Conjecture from scholars suggests... Whoa. Whoa. Uh-oh. Okay. Conjecture suggests, although you're still free to come to your own conclusions about this, I suppose. Ooh, very nice. I'll use this, in fact. That this could have simply been a merging of multiple stories that were compiled together to form the Book of Acts, and so it's not necessarily the case that the author himself experienced the story from a first-person perspective.
Experimental pill.
Let's see, beyond that, there isn't much to say about the author of Luke. Just that, again, it's someone who probably knew Greek pretty well, and that's kind of it. And, I mean, he was a Christian, but that's really not saying much. And I need one more penny. If I don't get it... Yeah, it's time to blow you up. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, I know there isn't... I'm only getting half the use out of the Dreamcatcher here, but that's okay. Very nice! Alright, now the final gospel is the Gospel of John. Oh, hello, Rock. Come on, Rock. No, come on, Mom. Step on the rock. Step on the rock. Step on Dwayne. Step on him. It's a chest? Whoa, a chest with a lot of goodies in it. Now, John is the fourth and final of the Gospels. Presumably, it is written by John, the disciple of Jesus, the son of Zebedee, the brother of James. And although it is technically left unauthored, it does remove the disciple of John from the entire narrative of the gospel and replaces it with I's and we's and referring to John as Jesus' most beloved disciple. Now, once more, John himself would have been a fisherman, a, Jewish peasant, again, who probably didn't know Greek. Whoa, big I. So it's unfortunately unlikely that he actually authored it himself. A library on top of all this. What other books are left? The Book of Secrets that I unlocked recently? Oh, I mean, I have my answer, I guess. What type of pill is it? Lock up, I'll take that. So again, sorry to burst anyone's bubble on the authorship of John, or even all of the Gospels, but it's really not necessary. It would be nice if these authors were who they were traditionally assigned to be, but keep in mind the early church had a sort of fascination or fixation on trying to intentionally tie the authorship to important members of the early church, rather than simply letting these authors be just anonymous people. And yeah, I'll blow you up. Show yourself. Wait. Oh, I should have blown up that side. There we go. Much better. I don't know what hit me there. I'm confused. Where is the boss? I would like to see your manager, please. One explanation for the I/we passages in the Gospel of John is that John was almost certainly written last out of all four Gospel. Ow. Again, John was almost certainly written last because it seems to incorporate the other three Gospels into itself. But it is believed by some scholars that the we passages represent a community of early Christians who compiled the Gospel of John together, but then the I passages that show up are evidence of an individual. Yeah, I guess I'll take this. I don't particularly like the soul urn. And I'll do this. And it paid off. So the I passages that use first person singular rather than first person plural. Game Kid, cool. Yeah, let's blow everyone up. And then, yeah, I could take this. Sort of. I could sort of take this. I might be able to take this. He didn't give me what I wanted. And he really did not give me what I wanted. Spiders. Okay. I'm just a little low on health, but, you know, that's alright. So the I passages that show up in the Gospel of John could be the work of an individual who then later compiled the Gospel or rearranged it and possibly added the final chapter to it as well, which may not have been original. If you've never heard anything like this before about this sort of analysis of the Gospels, there is a lot of analysis regarding the Gospels. No, it can't be there. I already should have known that. And everything I'm saying could technically be learned on your own. It is also taught in seminary school. I don't know why I said you could technically learn on your own. None of this information is hidden. Of course, there are some churches and some pastors who might not be so thrilled about sharing it so publicly because it doesn't always look great for Christianity, but I believe it's better to let the truth come out than to not hide it, but sort of sit on it and not do anything, I guess. If I have this knowledge, I want to share it with people because I disagree with biblical fundamentalists who believe that everything in the Bible should be taken literally. And I could get into biblical fundamentalism more here, but I'd rather not. Don't tell me I didn't use my Book of Shadows at the right time and place. Oh, gross. He wasn't the last one? Ah. Thank you, battery baby. Charged baby, that's what you're called. I always get your name wrong. Sorry about that. Line up the shot. That was okay. So a lot of this sort of analysis of the Bible, of course, you can find in seminary school and online. It is not hidden from the world, it's just not always super publicly on display either. But that doesn't mean that it's a conspiracy, that people are hiding this information from you. And there are certainly still people who hold their own beliefs as to who is the author of which gospel and why. And there are arguments for traditional beliefs in spite of everything that I've shared today, and that's okay. You are free to come to your own conclusions about these things. I just feel that it's important, to tell you. Alright. I just feel that it's important to tell you about what the scholarly consensus tends to be. Whoa. Okay, I was really hoping they'd turn off. Lucky toe. Yeah, I'll take that. That should help with my punches. Oh, gross, not those guys again. Don't notice me. Well, I took care of him at least. Oh. Unfortunate. Whoa. Oh, I don't like this room. I like this room a bit more now. Give it to me. Very nice. And I'm not going to be that greedy. I'm going to be somewhat greedy. I really should pay closer attention to what these chests are before touching them. Anyway, I personally find the authorship of the Gospels to be pretty interesting. Then again, I find lots of things interesting. Maybe that shouldn't surprise you by this point. But I wanted to talk about it because I think it is important to understand where the Gospels came from and who they were written by, and the fact that, you know, not everything in the Bible is necessarily as it seems. Certainly in regards to the authorship, since a lot of that is based on tradition rather than anything more concrete. And this was all one big dead end. I haven't even seen a sacrifice room either. Well, I've made it to full health, so that's good. Okay, glad that worked out. Where is the boss? I mean, I know I have a pretty good mental map in my head of this place, so I know I haven't gone through all the routes just yet, all the possible rooms, but wow, is this unfortunate so far. Don't you dare do it to me. He did it to me. He actually didn't do quite the thing I was afraid of, but he still did it to me. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. There we go. We have 2 more rooms. Yeah, get him. Stop with all the rooms. I guess one final thing I can mention is that maybe I didn't say it so well earlier, but I personally don't think it matters too much who the authors really are, because at the end of the day, there is still a lot to believe in. It doesn't detract from the Gospels themselves very much, except maybe the Gospel of John. Although the Gospel of John has some other minor issues as well, but that is not what we're talking about today. Let's see. Finally. And again, I haven't seen a single sacrifice room either, so I'm gonna bet that there just isn't one. Unfortunate. Why'd he go over there? That was cool. Ow. There we go. Do I use it now? No, I don't think so. This is... Oh, yeah, with my knockback, this is... Never mind. I was gonna say easy. Whoa! And now I use it. Anyway, again, the authorship doesn't really affect the content of the Gospels, so... Oh, boy. Yeah, I'll do it. The negative! Finally! Oh good, the void floor isn't cursed. Well, now I have to talk about something else. Or continue the discussion somehow. Whoa. Okay. Ow. What are the odds I'm gonna survive? Not very. Not very high, right? I'm not feeling too confident about beating Delirium here. I'd just really like to, if possible. That's all. Is that so much to ask? Possibly Delirium? A little hard to say. Temperance. Definitely not Delirium. Okay, good. I'll take you, please. And I'll leave you, I guess. Not the stupid rocks. Okay. Okay, I am worried about my punches getting in the way of some of these fights. Oh! Alright. I almost picked that up. On accident. Okay. Why are the hands doing this? I guess they start out confused. That must be it, right? I don't think I've ever seen that. Let's see, this might be Delirium. And I don't care. Ooh. Are you gonna give me your horse? Whoa, 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 whoa. Alright. Anyway, this whole discussion, of course, these aren't the only issues that people have with the Gospels, but that doesn't mean that the Gospels are necessarily fabrications either. So, again, plenty to investigate yourself, and feel free to come to your own conclusions again. So, I am going to check this boss out anyway. Alright. The 7 seals. That is not a great item. 7 seals is pretty good, though. That could be delirium. Let me... That very well could be delirium. I don't like it. I need to get stronger first. I need my training arc to be complete. Anyway, I have seen complaints online about how some of this information about the some of the less savory parts of the Gospels and New Testament altogether are not super well publicly known. Again, that's not some grand conspiracy, as some people really seem to claim it is, which is bizarre. It really just makes sense that, like, this is information that you could find out yourself, that isn't being hidden from anyone. It's just not super... Whoa, I got caught on geometry there. Not super well known. Okay, this definitely isn't. You may very well have a lot of problems, sure, with some of the Gospels. Okay, so either this is delirium or that one is... Wait, no, there's 8 usually, aren't there? I've only seen 6. 6 bosses. Scatoli. Interesting. That doesn't help. Yes, please. Give me a battery item. Also, I will accept double charge, too. And there we have it! I'm doing pretty good on that now. I've gotten, what, 3 battery items? I want to say? Out of the required 5? Neum. No thanks. This could be delirium. Actually, I'll take it after all. Well, good enough. Hey, let me through. Let me through. There we go. Ooh, Mom's Ring. Shot speed down, and gulp! Oh, this could have been the gulp run. If only I had known in advance. But, you know, what can you do? I will take the extra one, and then... let's fight. And it's not delirium. Alright. Well, I'm really narrowing it down, at least. Scatter bombs. Not great. If I were immune to bombs, that would be a different story. This is so much money. Can I find a donation machine or something, please? Well, at this point, I think I've defaulted to just general gameplay commentary, unfortunately. Hope that it doesn't disappoint anyone too much. Although it does kind of disappoint me. I'm not great at general gameplay commentary, am I? I mean, I don't know. It's a skill, and it's a skill I suppose I'm still learning. Now show me delirium. And I always take everything from every room. Like a kleptomaniac. Let's see. So, I'll try down here. Don't you dare shoot a tear at me. Oh, you're back. I thought you were the dark red, but then I somehow... You were in my blind spot, in my vision, and I ceased to see the tiny little red thingy. That was you. Leave me alone, please. No. Okay, this is... It's like... Let's not... Is it 50-50? It might be. Well, yeah. Yeah. It might have been 50-50, although there are 2 valid locations here, but only 1 valid location in the other unknown boss, so it may not have been 50-50. I'm not sure how that algorithm works out. Maybe I'll look it up after. Anyway, settle in for a long and slow fight, probably. I should really try and take advantage of the prism as much as possible here. With the boss as wiggly as Delirium, I'm gonna need all of the homing I can get. Who's blowing up? And why? Stop it. This is a lot of things going on the screen. I don't like... Ow. Ow. I should have avoided that one. I really have no excuse when there isn't notes to look at anymore, and I'm just idly talking. Come on. Get him, Prism. Oh, what a slow fight. No, I should stop complaining about how slow the early game is. Not because it isn't slow, but because... What? Huh? But because it's just wrong of me to complain like that, you know? I don't want to be too much of a downer. I enjoy this game, that's why I'm doing this. And that's what I tell myself. No, but really, I just do this because I want to. And with that, I will use this and crowd you. And I should have doubled the timer on this, right? Which isn't saying much, but it should help. Oh yeah, let me use bombs while I'm at it too. Don't you dare hit me with a laser beam. Okay, good. Okay, he's freaking out. Yikes. Yikes. Don't blow me up. Come on. Hi, Satan. I already beat you earlier. Get out of here. Thank you. Okay, the tiny guy is finally gone. Now, if only I could get an extra battery, even a little battery would be sufficient. Ah, of course. Okay, I'm using it. And I'm spamming bombs. Come on. Come on. Well, that did not much damage overall. Great. Ah, I almost avoided that one. You know, I've had a lot of narrow wins in this playthrough so far. This might be my first narrow loss. Actually, no. Didn't I have one earlier? I don't know. I'm up to, what, like 19 episodes or something, and I'm already losing track of what happened. Oh. Well, if nothing else, I accomplished my goal for today already. But I'd still really like to win, so I don't have to do this with Judas again. Ah! Get away from me. Okay, now get near me, but, like, not that close either. Where'd you go? I don't like it. There is still a chance of winning, although I don't want to get my hopes up. Please don't do that. That was scary. This is really scary. I'm just glad that one old bug with Delirium was finally solved, or resolved, rather, where Delirium could teleport on top of US Mom's foot and deal damage guaranteed. Uh-oh. Comes down to this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't be like that. "51 minutes. Oh! No! Yeah. That, I did take a few bad hits in that fight, but that ending, I think, was unavoidable. Just cornering me like that. Well, it's over. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned something and were entertained at the same time today. And, I'm glad I finally unlocked the negative, which means next time, let's see, do I have 3 or 4 kills on Isaac? I'm trying to unlock the Polaroid next. I figured the negative is better to unlock first. But yeah, that's my next goal, and then comes Mega Satan. Alright, so I will see you later. Take care.